Hello everyone, Strikoder here, and welcome back to a new series where we're gonna prepare for the Junior Penetration Tester exam or PT1 exam by TryHackMe. As you can see, my exam expires by 31 August. So in this series, we're gonna practice the practical part, and let's start with Blue. So I'm gonna run my machine, and we need to wait 1 minute. And by the name, we can see Blue, so probably it's gonna be the Blue exploit. And let me connect to TryHackMe. So you can connect by your sudo VPN or by the attack box. You can press here if you are still a beginner. And let's read the questions. So first of all, we need to start the machine. How many ports are open with a port number under 1000? We're gonna check that now. What is the machine vulnerable to? Bad Blue. Bad Blue MS. So EternalBlue, I believe. Yep. Not declared. Okay, and let's see how many ports are open. So I'm gonna start with Rust scan. You can go with. I'm not gonna save my output. So you can go with the normal Nmap. I prefer with the CTF to go with Rust scan to see the open ports as fast as possible. So currently we have 3. Let me try 3. Yep, since Rust scan didn't give us more open ports, then probably it's gonna be only 3. And let's move on. So we need to start Metasploit. In case you don't know how to start Metasploit, you need to start your Postgres. So you write service Postgres QL start and MSF console. And you can press -Q in order to be faster without the graffitis. Okay, we can check. So the internet failed me probably, yep. Yeah. And here find the exploitation code will run against the machine. What is the full path? The full path, I mean. So let me check. So in order to be sure that you can run EternalBlue against the machine, you can run this code. So I was searching for the code in my notes, and you're gonna provide the IB. So what was our IB? And yep, it's vulnerable. And in case you want to be sure, search blue. So we see a lot of stuff. So here we see bad blue. Here is the exploit. And here is the scanner. Blue keep. Okay. Do we need the blue keep? So this is the one that we need. Search, or to be more precise, auxiliary scanner MS17, I believe. Where was it? Okay, auxiliary, scanner SMB, MS17. And we're gonna set our target, our hosts, and I'm gonna set global, so no need every time to set the R host, the IB, then I'm gonna say run. Let's wait. So here we got that probably is likely vulnerable. Okay, so let's exploit that. So in order to exploit it, we need to search for the exploit one, and this. I mean, you can probably make a better search. Search MS17 010, and here you can see use 0. You can press and set GL host done 0 if you are connected not through the attack box but through a VPN. Set L port 444, and let's try to exploit. You can press or write run or exploit. It's gonna be the same. Let me get back into here. So it's gonna be exploit Windows SMB MS17 Windows SMB MS17 010 EternalBlue. Okay, something is wrong. Let me copy that. Probably I had a typo. Show options and set the one required value. What is the name of this values? L hosts. Probably R hosts, not L hosts. Yep. And here we need to set the payload. We got the meta interpreter by the default one. We don't need to set that. And confirm that we got. Okay, escalate. So if you haven't already background previously gain shell, Control Z. So let's start by who am I? ID. Okay. Since we are on Windows machine, we can write get UID. And we are anti-authority system. Let's get back. Sessions. So we are already system. We don't need to escalate our privileges. However, there are several cases where you can escalate your privileges either through sessions and then you can type, I believe, -I. Maybe sessions -I1. No, -I means interact. Let me get back. So probably it is sessions -U1, and this one privilege escalate your session automatically. However, we are anti-authority system already. So we can get back to our session. Oh no, we need to answer this. So the answer, I believe, probably it's gonna be the post multi-manage shell to interpreter, the one that's used by the sessions. So we have now two sessions. Let me get back to our session and answer this. So it is, let me get that, get back to here. Select this, use module path, show options, what options are required to change. So in this case, probably whenever we use this, we need to set our session. So I'm gonna answer with session. Yep. Set the required option, run that. Once interpreter, select that session for use by -I interactive. Now verify that you are anti-authority system. You can either get shell UID or go for a shell and type who am I. It's the same. List all of the processes and write down process ID. Okay. You can migrate. Yep. So I'm gonna write for an instance. Let me check that as well. So let me get back into here and type ps. Here we can see the PID. You can choose the PID and type migrate. I'm gonna type or you can type migrate -n explorer, for instance. There is no such a thing. Migrate -n lsas.exe. So we are now migrating to an anti-authority, which stabilize your interpreter. And now what do we need to do as well? Cracking within our elevated interpreter shell, hash dump. So we got these. Let me get John, I believe, and get back into here. I'm gonna vim. Let me change my directory. Vim user. Gonna paste that and quit. Then hashcat -m0 -a0 and here I'm gonna type user share word lists rockyou and without show because we haven't cracked that yet. The syntax is not correct. I'm missing the user.txt. Okay, it failed again. I went into interpreter, checking. So probably I have my syntax is not correct again. Let me check. -a0 -o for the output. I'm gonna say cracked.txt. Then here I'm gonna provide the users. And then I'm gonna provide the user share word lists rockyou. Maybe it's not 0. It's gonna be 1000 for the NTLM. Not an MD5 because we got that from the hash dump. And where is our pass? Let me try to write dot show. Nothing. I believe it was not the correct syntax again. Nope. It's gonna be the user.text, and here is our pass. So pardon me, but it's been a long time for me not using hashcat. So what is the name? John. Find flags. Okay, let me get back to the interpreter and find flag 1. I believe find -f would be. Let me run help and search for the find. Maybe it was search, if I'm not mistaken. Let me try that. So it's search. And let me check here. So here they are telling us in the system root. Okay, easy peasy. This flag can be found at the location where the passwords are stored within Windows. So it might be deleted as well. And the flag 3, this flag can be found in an excellent location to loot. After all, administrators usually have pretty interesting things saved, probably on desktop. Let me quit. So directory. Okay, I don't believe we have a flag over here. And probably nothing within Windows. So here we have our flag 1. Gonna download that. Or let me read that instantly. So you can download that either by going back to Interpreter, or there is other ways, but not for beginners. Okay, I'm gonna leave that, and flag 3 is gonna be, let me check, CD. I'm gonna go into John, CD desktop, nothing in here, maybe in documents, nothing, no, there is something here. God, I hate Windows. Not in here, but in here. So can be vulnerable. Valuable. And the last flag probably is gonna be within the config files. Well, I searched for that previously by Interpreter. Let me check. Windows System 32 config directory. And here we have the flag 2 hidden. type flag to.text. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that we can continue our journey together. Be sure to watch all the videos of this journey and see you next video.